Have you ever felt like your Toyota is too calm, almost like it's holding back even when you press the throttle? Have you noticed small annoyances, sluggish response, rough cold starts, weird fuel economy swings, or a transmission that doesn't feel as smooth as it used to? And here's the big question. What if the reason isn't a defect at all, but a few everyday habits that are quietly training your Toyota to perform worse over time? In this video, I'm going to show you practical, low-cost, do-it-yourself fixes you can do at home, step by step, to make your Toyota feel smoother, respond better, and stay reliable for the long run. This is not theory, and it's not expensive. It's the kind of preventative routine most owners never learn, but mechanics see the results of every day. And before we start, if you drive a Toyota, or you're planning to buy one, subscribe to the channel because we publish simple real-world guides that help you avoid costly mistakes and get more life out of your car. Also, stay until the end because I'll share a final, hidden trick most Toyota owners don't know exists, but it can make a noticeable difference in drivability. Let's start with the core idea. Toyota vehicles are not just engines and gears, they are adaptive systems. Even in normal gas models, and especially in hybrids, the car is always adjusting how it responds based on driving behavior. Toyota engineers prioritize longevity and low wear, so the system is designed to protect itself when it thinks the vehicle is being used in ways that increase long-term stress. The catch is that many drivers unintentionally send the wrong signals every single day without realizing it. The most common example is repeated short trips with gentle throttle and frequent cold starts. To the driver, that feels responsible. To the system, that often looks like a high-risk pattern for oil dilution, condensation buildup, carbon deposits, and uneven warm-up cycles. Over time, the car compensates by becoming less responsive and more conservative. That's why many Toyotas slowly feel slower, even though nothing is technically broken. Now the good news, you can reverse a lot of that behavior with simple, low-cost steps. Here's the first step-by-step routine, and you can do it with no special tools. Step 1 is warm-up management. And I don't mean idling in the driveway for 10 minutes. In modern Toyota engines, long idling can actually slow the warm-up process and increase moisture buildup in the oil. Instead, do this. Start the engine. Wait about 20 to 30 seconds for oil pressure to stabilize. Then drive gently for the first few minutes. Keep RPM moderate, avoid hard acceleration, and let the engine reach normal operating temperature through light driving. If you drive a hybrid, the logic is similar. Don't force aggressive acceleration right away, because cold oil and cold components are when wear happens fastest. This single habit reduces stress, improves smoothness, and helps the system stop protecting itself so aggressively. Step 2 is a clean air baseline. A Toyota that feels lazy or inconsistent often has one very simple cause: restricted airflow. Most owners ignore the engine air filter far too long, and they also forget the cabin filter, which can affect HVAC load and overall efficiency. Open the airbox, check the engine filter. If it's dark, packed, or brittle, replace it. It's cheap, it's DIY, and it instantly restores airflow. Then replace the cabin filter as well, because a clogged cabin filter makes the HVAC work harder, which can subtly affect fuel economy and the way the car feels in city driving. These are not expensive repairs, but they remove the hidden resistance your Toyota has been fighting. Step 3 is throttle response training, and this is where most people get it wrong. The goal is not to beat on the car. The goal is to show the system healthy, consistent driving patterns. If you always drive with ultralight throttle, the car adapts and becomes more conservative. Instead, once the engine is fully warm, do a controlled, safe response reset during normal driving. Find a safe open road and do a few smooth but firm accelerations. Not flooring it, just enough to move through the RPM range confidently. Then return to normal driving. This helps reduce carbon buildup patterns, improves throttle mapping behavior, and reminds the system that the car can operate normally without constant protection mode. Done occasionally, it's one of the most practical DIY ways to make the car feel sharper without modifying anything. In the next part, I'll walk you through a low-cost maintenance sequence that many Toyota owners skip, simple fluids and easy checks that dramatically reduce long-term wear. And I'll also show you how to spot the early signs of carbon buildup, hybrid cooling stress, and transmission behavior issues before they become expensive. And at the end, I'll share that hidden Toyota trick that almost nobody uses, even though it's built into many models. Now let's continue, because this is where most Toyota owners either save thousands of dollars over the life of the car, or unknowingly shorten its lifespan while thinking they're doing everything right. In this second part, we're focusing on low-cost maintenance habits, simple checks you can do yourself, and small adjustments that dramatically improve how your Toyota behaves day to day. Nothing here requires special tools, advanced mechanical skills, or expensive upgrades. What it requires is understanding how Toyota systems react over time. One of the most overlooked areas in Toyota ownership is oil behavior, not just oil changes. Toyota engines are famous for durability, but they are also extremely sensitive to oil condition, especially in modern models with variable valve timing and in hybrids, frequent engine on-off cycles. Many owners follow the factory oil interval strictly and assume that's enough. In reality, oil that stays in the engine too long, especially with short trips, loses its protective properties even if the level is correct. This leads to subtle issues, rough cold starts, slightly delayed throttle response, and a general feeling that the engine is tight or hesitant. A simple improvement is shortening oil intervals slightly and using the exact viscosity recommended for your engine, not a generic equivalent. This is not about changing oil constantly. It's about keeping oil clean enough that the engine doesn't start compensating for wear that hasn't happened yet but is being predicted by the system. Another critical but rarely discussed point is fuel quality consistency. Toyota engines are designed to run efficiently, but they rely on stable combustion data. Constantly switching between fuel brands or using the lowest quality fuel available can cause the engine management system to adapt in conservative ways. Over time, this can dull throttle response and increase carbon buildup, especially on intake components. You don't need premium fuel unless your engine requires it, but you do need consistent, decent quality fuel. Pick a reliable brand and stick with it. This alone often smooths out engine behavior within a few tanks. Now let's talk about transmissions, because this is where Toyota's reputation sometimes works against owners. Many people believe Toyota transmissions are set and forget. While they are durable, they still adapt to driving style. If you drive gently all the time, the transmission learns early upshifts and conservative behavior. If you mix gentle driving with occasional firm, controlled acceleration when the car is warm, the transmission mapping stays healthier and smoother. This is especially important for CVTs and modern automatics. The goal is not aggression. The goal is variety. A Toyota that only ever sees light throttle never fully cycles its systems, and that can lead to hesitation or odd shift behavior later on. Hybrids deserve special attention here. Toyota hybrid systems are incredibly reliable, but they are also sensitive to cooling and usage patterns. One of the most common mistakes hybrid owners make is ignoring the hybrid battery cooling system. Many Toyota hybrids have cooling vents, often near the rear seats or cargo area, that must remain unobstructed. Dust, pet hair, or blocked airflow causes the battery to run hotter than intended. When that happens, the system reduces performance to protect itself. The driver feels a lack of responsiveness or inconsistent power delivery, especially in city driving. Cleaning these vents regularly is free, easy, and one of the most effective ways to keep a hybrid feeling strong and smooth. Another DIY improvement most people overlook is brake behavior. This sounds unrelated, but it isn't. In hybrids especially, braking is part of energy management. If brakes are dragging slightly or unevenly, the system compensates in ways that affect acceleration and efficiency. A simple visual brake check, making sure wheels spin freely, no excessive dust buildup, no unusual resistance, can reveal issues early. Smooth braking also improves how the hybrid system balances regenerative and mechanical braking, making the entire car feel more predictable. Now let's talk about electronics and driver inputs. Toyota systems learn from how you interact with the car, constantly switching drive modes, forcing sport mode when cold, or turning systems on and off randomly can confuse adaptation logic. Pick a default mode for daily driving and use it consistently. Save sport mode for when the engine is fully warm and conditions are appropriate. This teaches the system stable patterns instead of mixed signals. Here's something almost no Toyota owner knows. Many Toyota models perform background system recalibration after extended steady driving. That means a longer highway drive at stable speed doesn't just help fuel economy, it helps the car reset certain learned behaviors related to fuel trim, transmission logic, and hybrid energy management. This is why a Toyota often feels better after a road trip. You can use this to your advantage by planning an occasional longer drive, even if you mostly drive in the city. And now for the final hidden tip I promised. Many Toyota owners don't realize that disconnecting the battery or performing a proper ECU reset after maintenance can clear outdated adaptation data. This should not be done casually, but when combined with good driving habits afterward, it can help the car relearn healthier patterns. If you ever do this, the key is what happens next. The first few drives matter. Gentle warm-up, smooth acceleration, consistent driving. That's how you teach the system correctly again. So here's the real takeaway. Toyota vehicles don't slowly feel worse because they're aging poorly. They feel worse because they're adapting to habits that increase long-term stress. Change the habits, and the car changes with you. That's the secret most owners never hear. If you found this useful, subscribe to the channel. In upcoming episodes, we'll break down model-specific Toyota tricks, hybrid myths that cost owners money, and simple habits that can push Toyota engines well past expectations. Your Toyota is smarter than you think. The question is whether you're using that intelligence or working against it.